Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqy and you welcome. So first of all, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel, everyone who is new to this channel. Karibu sana. Thank you so much for 81 subscribers and more than 200 views on my last video. I did not expect such news or such feedback from the last video that I did. So I'm so happy. And if you're here for the first time and you don't know me, my name is Jacqy. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and my content is all about lifestyle, beauty, and inspiration. So I hope that you stay a while and join the family by subscribing down there and turning on your notifications so that you can know every time I upload a new video. I always try my best to upload every Tuesday at around 12 or 1 p.m. So look out for that. So on today's video, on Instagram, if you don't follow me, you can follow me at Jacqy. I asked people if they would want to know the lessons that I have learned in my 7 months of marriage. I know it's soon, I should have done this maybe after 5 years and all, but we are always learning, and every day as days go by, you go and learn. So I wanted to share this with you, and so many people voted yes that they would want to know the lessons that we've learned. So the points that I wrote down were both me and my husband. We wrote them down together, and I'm the one who's going to be sharing. So let's get right into the video. So the first point that we came up with was the first lesson that we came up with is sometimes you'll have to agree to disagree. There's some things that you will not be able to solve. There's some things that you cannot be able to agree, the both of you, because your opinions are different, and most of all, the person you are and the person your partner is, they are different. So your opinions will not always be aligning. But what has worked for us is the things that we cannot be able to solve, we let them go if they're not really serious. And if they're serious, we give it time for the other partner who is disagreeing to maybe think about it and know if it is something that they can be able to change or agree. Or the other person who has already agreed and the other one has disagreed, you just compromise and accept the way things are if you don't agree. And that has worked for us. Lesson number 2 that I have learned since I got married is happiness comes from oneself, not only from your husband or wife. So I used to really love marriage ever since I was a child. I always wanted to get married. I always wanted to have a husband, have kids. Like that was my desire. And I thought that, wow, when I get married, I'm going to be the happiest woman in the world. Well, I am, but I came to realize that your happiness, if you're not happy with yourself, there's no way you're going to be happy with the love that you're receiving from your partner. So you have to be really happy with yourself, who you are, how you feel about yourself, for you to be able to accept even the feelings of another person. So your happiness cannot be fulfilled, cannot be dependent on only your partner. It has to also have other factors like you loving yourself the way you are and how do you feel about yourself. So happiness is not based on your partner, not only on your partner. Number 3, when making decisions, it's really important to involve the other, no matter how personal it is. There's something that my husband told me one day, and I thought about it. I was like, wow, you're so wise. So he said, once you get married, you are now a we, not an I. And so much changes when you get married. Like it's no longer about you. It's about the both of you. The two of you have decided to live together. The two of you have decided to live the rest of your life together. So it no longer becomes an I want me, I want, but rather it becomes a we. So making decisions also has to come from a place where you have to discuss things with your partner, no matter how personal they are. So, and sometimes you can find yourself making decisions by yourself because this is what you want, and you don't involve your partner, but it affects them in one way or another. I'd rather you tell me what you're planning to do, and then at least I know, instead of making decisions that you have not informed me. So that can also bring conflict. So that's one of the things that we've learned, that is really important for us to know that this marriage is with the both of us, and we need to express ourselves fully. Number 4 is communication. Hey, communication. By the way, I remember I used to be the type of person who thought that if I did a lot of research on marriage, if I did a lot of watched a lot of videos, watched a lot of couples, if I really did my research, like an exam, that I would be able to ace this marriage. I'd be able to enter into marriage knowing everything. And one of the things that I've come to learn is that every marriage is different. Whatever I learned in the beginning, I cannot be able to apply it now because my marriage is not the same as the marriage of the others that I had seen. And also you cannot be able to learn from something you haven't experienced. So even me sharing this lesson right now, it's because of something I've experienced. And even you, if you're planning to get married, please know that even these points that I'm sharing, they might not be able to help you. Maybe you'll have like you can be able to know how marriage is like, yes, but you have to experience your marriage for you to be able to learn from it. And some things that work for us may not be able to work for you. So also, even as you do your research, even as you listen to other people's stories about their marriage, know that your marriage is going to be different, and whatever challenges us we might face, you might not face them, and the challenges you will face, you might not face them. Yeah, so on communication, if there's something you don't like or not, you're not comfortable with, you should say it. You should not assume that your partner will know what is disturbing you, or should know what you like or what you don't like. One of the things that I've also come to learn is uh, you might think that your partner knows everything about you, but in reality, the fact is you might change. There are some things that you used to love before that maybe you don't no longer love. Like for me, it's very funny. I didn't like flowers before and chocolate, and I remember saying that I'm more of a savory person than a sweet person. But I've come to now that I'm married, I'm like, oh, I would really want my husband to bring for me flowers. And before when we were dating, I didn't really love flowers. I didn't see the need of it. But right now, I feel like it would really spice me up. And yeah, so I love. I would want even to be brought a chocolate. Like I don't mind, once in a while. Yeah. So number 5. Actually, it is going with whatever I had said. Just because you've dated someone for long, it doesn't mean you know them. You learn new things every day. So I also there's another couple that I talked to. They've been married for more than 30 years, and they told me that each day they learn each other. They learn different things about each other. It's like, so one of the things that I was saying about marriage is not an exam. You might think that just because someone has they've been together for more than 30 years, they're married, and you might think, wow, these people actually know each other kabisa. But the truth is, you learn new things every day about your partner. So yeah, so that's very important to know that even no matter how many years you've dated with your partner, you'll never really know them fully. Now that you get into marriage, now you know that, wow, I know this person and everything is going to go well. Sometimes you might find yourself changing. There are seasons, and seasons change, so you have to like adapt to knowing this new person. And also I feel like if you knew your person so well by the time you're getting married, then the marriage would be boring, because it would be you're so used to this person, you're not getting any new thing, getting to know new things about them. And also another thing that also my best couple told me, they said when once we had a meeting here, and they said, Ati, you might think you know, Ati, you don't know when you're dating with someone, you don't really know how they are when you live together. So you'll know how they are once you live together in the same house. Because before, when you were dating, no matter how many years you've dated, when you live together, that's when you get to know this person. You get to know their habits, you get to know if they snore, you get to know those small things that you couldn't notice or couldn't know when you were dating. So, point number 6 is you should give so much grace to your partner. They are not perfect. And that's something else that I've come to learn, that no matter how much you love this person and no matter how much you want to see the best in them, sometimes that best is not what is seen. Sometimes they might do something and you're like, wow, is it really the person that I love, So you must always give so much grace to each other, because you might find now that maybe the fights are too much because you have so much expectations about your partner, and sometimes they might not be able to surpass your expectations. And some things you need to communicate and tell them, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. and if they've done something wrong to you, you should be able to tell them. And if it's small things that you know, even you yourself. And also another thing I came to learn is sometimes you might find yourself blaming this other person so much, and you find yourself you're not seeing the faults, your own faults. So you should offer as much grace, because it means that your partner may also brush some things that you do, and you're thinking that you're perfect, and the other partner is not perfect. Yeah, so the last but not least, sex isn't the solution to your problems. Well, before, I think the first 2 months after we got married, I used to think that once you have sex, that's how it's going to solve your problems. Like if you had issues before, it's going to solve it. Yes, sex is really important because it helps your intimacy and your connection to be more, but it is not a solution to your problems. There are some things that you need to actually sit down and talk about. There's some things that you need to like go through counseling. There's some things that you need to accept and move on from, but sex is not the solution to every problem. Well, it might make you close, it may make you maybe not get mad as much as you are mad at each other, but it is not the solution. That's what I've learned so far. Something else that I would want to share is that was not in these points. One of the lessons I've learned is that once you put your marriage together with God, like if you already your marriage is the foundation of your marriage is also with God, the marriage really lasts. In terms of the issues that you face, you might think that this issue that you're facing, maybe it is the end of your marriage, but when you pray about it and you have God at the center of your marriage, then things get a little bit easier, and you feel like you are not alone, that God is actually doing a work in your life, work in your partner, and also that God already instituted this marriage. So it is very good to be able to know that God is the one who put this man and woman together, and He wants the best for you. So for me, prayer has been really important during this time. There's some things you cannot be able to go and share with your friends and family, but when you tell God, when you pray and you ask God to help you, then some things are easier. You might find yourself getting less angry. You might find yourself some things working, and also telling God to change you, because there's some things, as I had said, you might see the faults in your partner, but you don't see the faults in yourself. So you ask God to change you, to help you to be able to know that this is what I have, and I want you, God, to change me. And that has really worked for us. So yeah, we've come to the end of this video, and I'm so happy that I get to do this. Yeah, and please subscribe if you haven't. And also, if you're married or you've been married for longer, please comment down below and tell me the lessons that you've learned in your marriage. And also, yeah, give us more tips, on what has worked for you. And if you're admiring to get married, tell me, what are your expectations, what are your aspirations. So we've come to the end of this video. I love you guys. Bye.